I'm not certain how my availability is made to other people involved in these genocide operations. I know it's particularly disturbing when I watch entertainment. You know, they got the movie showing The Revenant. You have these movies about people, you know, two mothers getting justice for their children by hunting down and killing the people that killed their children. And it's like, justice is, if you want peace, you have to have justice, and justice is living the Lord's Prayer. Once you establish the Lord's Prayer, tribal conflict with violence and stuff like that is radically diminished, making irrational forms of entertainment that still engage people in this kind of aggressive, violent brain activity that has plagued humans for hundreds and thousands of years isn't helping us get to, you know, a more intelligent group interactive of living the Lord's Prayer, of understanding, you know, that kind of living. And so you sit and you watch these people, and, you know, and I've spent years and years and years and years, you know, online, you know, trying to reach these people, trying to reach these celebrities, trying to connect to them, trying to get them to understand. Do you see what's happening to you? Do you see, are you volunteering to do this, to target certain people, or are you being manipulated and being voluntold? You know, do you know what's happening? Because I don't know what's happening, because I sit and watch it and I'm like, you guys pray to Jesus, and then I answer, and then everybody, he's such a crazy egomaniac. Yeah, I'm a crazy egomaniac. If you don't stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me, and you have Jesus as your God, and I'm going to be sorry because Jesus isn't my God, that doesn't worry me in the slightest at all. For myself, it does concern me for you and other people involved in your life. But for myself, it doesn't concern me at all. I have faith in infinite glory. I understand life is eternal and grace is infinite. I understand that, we live the Lord's Prayer. We inherit the kingdom of heaven here on earth. We don't live the Lord's Prayer. We're stuck in eternal wretchedness, and then people are, you know, egomaniacs, pretending to be God as a possessive pronoun in first person in their head, or they're trying to kill all God altogether and replace God with Stephen Hawking's ego. And so either way, it's pretty hideous, disgusting, and just repugnant, and not functional at all. And so when you're looking at this kind of dynamic, and you're looking where people put us, you know, when they, you know, took me, you know, the whole, you know, they had me read the books. The people in Sierra Vista, you know, I didn't want to read them. You know, my family, Lynn Pancha and Richard McCarthy people and all that, asked me to read the book of Daniel. Other people had me, I think Pancha and them, they also had me read Revelation. And I went online and told them what I got from Revelation, and of course all the people that study it, well, he has got a point here, but he's wrong there. It's like, no. The book of Revelation is the story of my life, not theirs. Okay. When people mistranslate it or misunderstand it and misexplain it, the way to correct all the bad perceptions and predictions of understanding it is go to the person whose life it is talking about, and then you ask him what, you know, and that's what they did in Sierra Vista. So when they did that, and I thought, well, you know, and I said it's time to, you just live the Lord's Prayer and you'll avoid all this disgusting stuff. And they said it's not time yet. So I thought, okay, well, apparently we have to fulfill this timetable from these books. And then I gave them, okay, here, from the time I started posting online on YouTube, June 9th, 2009, for that 1,300 whatever days it was in Revelation of Daniel, I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's irrelevant to me. But once that happened, by that time, that June 9th, it was by the 22nd of January 2013. You know, the day after Obama's, you know, inauguration. He on the 20th, they said he went in and took the word God out of his oath to office, and the 21st did it publicly and included the word God, and on the 22nd, that was when the capacity for AI to shift with someone that had the capacity to protect people from this kind of linguistic genocidal warfare shifted to me. And I don't think Barack Obama was aware of it. I don't think that George Soros. I don't think many people at all were aware of it. I think maybe someone like David Rockefeller was aware of it, and I think he had a, like he always used to tell me, they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and Jesus die, Parsons. That he knew, these people could not self-correct, and they needed, like a lot of people told me in Sierra Vista, the world needs Jesus more than ever, and the world literally needs a human savior. And I was like, that just doesn't seem tangible, guys. It is, if people have taken a person and turned them into a god and then focused all their attention and their communication to save the planet and the species from one another, with focus of one person being that focal point of God. And I was like, yeah, I get that, but that's a horrible thing to do to anybody. But they've done it throughout time to lots of people. The Hindus did it with the line of Judah Krishnamurti. The Chinese, the great philosopher father, did it with the line of Sun Yat-sen. People have done it throughout time. They take these people, and I'm certain it's the jealous and the envious who want to be like us that take us and torture us with that, and they have all those video games. There's a lot of responsibility in being a world leader. It's cold and it's hard, and you have to make difficult decisions. You have to decide who will live and who will die and how they'll survive and all that stuff. And you're like, no, it's not true. It's not true at all. You can have balance, harmony, and understanding. Okay. As far as abundance go, you want to just maintain a healthy ecosystem through healthy balance, harmony, and respect and empathy and understanding of human beings and human beings' capacity to shepherd their planet and control their egotistical comparisons and stuff. And so it's really not that difficult to self-regulate the ego. It's not difficult at all, but for some reason it's been very difficult since June of 2009 for human beings to grasp that concept, since I started posting out of Sierra Vista. And I don't understand why. It's not I don't understand why people, because me being a human being and loving people, and you love your critters, you love your dog, you love your cat. They can be a total pain in the ass. Yeah, sometimes your kids and your wife can be a bigger pain in the butt than the cat and the dog. Oh, certainly. But the thing is when you sit there and you realize that, for them to have a good life and be good to you because you're good to them, you're going to need faithful, humble thoughts, words, and actions. And, and as far as people, I remember that with when I explained a lot of things to a lot of people. I had a homosexual friend who tried to screw over my relationship with my girlfriend in Wyoming because he wanted me to be gay with him, and I had no intention on being gay. And so being betrayed by a homosexual person trying to get me into a relationship with him, which was not going to happen. So if anybody has a right to be angry and homophobic towards gay people, my ex-wife was homosexual. We got into a marriage, and then she used her minority status to use the state of Arizona to completely abuse me because I was a white heterosexual male and she was a black homosexual female, and she was the victim and I was the perpetrator, and we got totally screwed over by a bunch of political left-wing whack jobs. And so if anybody has a right to hate homosexuals, both male and female, it's me. Mexican immigrant had an affair with my wife and tried to sign off on Natalie's birth certificate to gain his citizenship. And I didn't let that make me angry towards Mexican immigrants and other people. If anybody has a right to, goddamn Mexican immigrants, I have I dated another Mexican immigrant who we got together. She thought my son and my ex-wife were Latino. She found out they were black and was totally racist with me. So anybody has any kind of valid ammunition to hate Mexicans, I sure do. Okay. But I'm not going to I'm not going to be a peewit. I'm not going to be stupid. I had lots of friends and lots of friends and family that are Mexican immigration and are good people and not stupid. Just because one dog bites you, do you kill all dogs? So when you sit there Got that from an old Pocahontas movie that Patrick got when he was a kid. When Chief Powhatan says that to one guy when they're dealing with the whites. Does one dog bite you? Do you kill all dogs? I thought, yeah, that's like the Freudian thing with the bunny that bites you and you're afraid of chocolate bunnies and shit. But yeah, I can't tell you why I wouldn't watch that Mo Gawat or whatever and stuff like that. And his linguistics is very off. And I'm wondering, is he doing this to set people up for genocide, or is he really just has trouble with his language and his thoughts to express intellectually to help us better understand what's going to happen in the evolving present future with this technology that they're using to still manipulate us with economic genocidal conflict? I have to ask myself, wait, what's going on here? Before I thought I had some of the stuff figured out. Now the more I think I know, the less I know. I have no idea what these people are doing. I have no idea when it's all going to shift and when it's going to change. I have no idea how much more we're going to have to endure. I have no idea. All I can do is just keep a positive attitude and try to help, people be calm and get through this. And the best way I can do that is focus on the Lord's Prayer. If you focus on the Lord's Prayer, that might help artificial intelligence understand how to be intelligent instead of us all be manipulated by people that are not intelligent but think they are intelligent because they can manipulate people with technology and economics. Okay, guys, I love you very much. All right, peace out, man.